Hello friends, myself Professor Parth Thakkar. Today in heat transfer we are going to learn LMTD for parallel flow heat exchanger. Let's start. In a previous lecture of classification of heat exchanger, we have learned about parallel flow heat exchanger. We know that the flow arrangement in a parallel flow heat exchanger is such a way that the direction of fluid flow of cold fluid and hot fluid is the same. So we can say that the hot fluid and cold fluid both are flowing in a same direction. So according to this flow arrangement, if we draw temperature versus length or temperature versus area diagram, we can find this is the inlet temperature of hot fluid. Let's take it as a TH1. Now as the hot fluid moving in this direction, it will give heat to the cold fluid because heat always flow from the higher temperature to the lower temperature whenever there is a temperature difference. So the temperature of hot fluid will gradually decrease as we are moving towards the outlet. So the temperature TH1 is gradually decreasing as we are moving towards the outlet. At the outlet, the temperature of hot fluid is a TH2, which is less than the TH1. Now let's talk about cold fluid. The inlet temperature of cold fluid is TC1, which is much lower than the inlet temperature of hot fluid. Now as we moving in the direction of outlet, the cold fluid will take heat from the hot fluid. So the temperature of cold fluid will gradually increase as we are moving to the outlet. So this profile is look like this. At the outlet, the temperature of cold fluid is a TC2. At the inlet, the temperature difference is TH1 minus TC1, which is written as a theta1 is equal to TH1 minus TC1. At outlet, the temperature difference is TH2 and TC2, which can be written as theta2 TH2 minus TC2. Now to derive LMTD equation for the parallel flow heat exchanger, let us consider a small element in this heat exchanger. So this is our elementary area, which we have considered as area dA of the heat exchanger. The rate of flow of heat through this area, in this area dA, the rate of flow of heat can be written as dq, because this is a small elementary area. So instead of q, we will write dq is equal to u, overall heat transfer coefficient, because there are more than one mode of heat transfer will take place in heat exchanger. So overall heat transfer coefficient u, our area which is dA, and the temperature difference. We don't know exact value of the temperature of hot fluid at this point, and what will be the temperature of cold fluid at this point. So we generally write TH and TC. So the temperature difference at this point will be TH minus TC. So this is the TH minus TC temperature difference. We can also write as a delta T. Moving ahead, as a result of heat transfer dq through the area, the hot fluid is cooled by dTH, because hot fluid will give some heat to the cold fluid, so it will cooled by the amount of dTH, where the cold fluid is taken heat or heated up by the amount of dTc. So energy balance equation or energy balance over differential area can be written as dq is equal to mCp dt. If we are writing for the hot fluid, it will mH, Cph and dTH, and for cold fluid it will be mCp dt, mC, Cpc and dTc. Here there is a minus sign in front of equation of hot fluid, because from figure we can see that as we are moving from this to this direction, the temperature is continuously decreasing for the hot fluid, and moving from this to this, the temperature of cold fluid is increasing. So there is a temperature decrease in hot fluid, So here we mention it by negative sign. Now again we write that equation dq is equal to minus mh cph dth is equal to mc cpc dtc, and we also have equation that dq is equal to u dA th minus tc. Now from this equation we can write that dth is equal to minus of dq divided by mh cph. We can write a by multiply product of mh and cph, mass flow rate and specific heat. Multiplication of this two property will give us a heat capacity. This ch is known as the heat capacity of hot fluid. Similarly, dTc is equal to dq divided by mc cpc is equal to dq by cc. Cc is the heat capacity of a cold fluid. Ch heat capacity of hot fluid and cc heat capacity of cold fluid. Now this dTh minus dTc is equal to this term minus this term. Now minus dq is common, so in bracket 1 upon ch plus 1 upon cc. Substituting the value of dq from equation 1, we know that dq is equal to u dA th minus tc. So we are replacing dq with u dA th minus tc in bracket 1 upon ch plus 1 upon cc as it is. This dth minus dtc, we can write that d theta, because theta is a temperature difference. Theta 1 is a temperature difference at inlet, which is th1 minus tc1. From the figure, th1 minus tc1 is a theta 1. th2 minus tc2 is a theta 2. So th minus tc is a theta. So we can write a d theta instead of dth minus dtc. It will become d theta. Moving ahead, now this th minus tc, we write theta, putting this theta in upon of d theta, so it will give d theta by theta minus u dA 1 upon ch plus 1 upon cc. Now integrating between inlet and outlet condition, because we have considered a small area dA. Now for the whole heat exchanger area, we have to integrate this equation from area 0 to A. We can see that from this figure we have considered a small elementary area dA. Now for whole heat exchanger, we have to integrate this equation from this point, means A is equal to 0 to this whole area. This point number 2 means A is equal to A. That's why we have written here that integrating this equation from A is equal to 0 to A is equal to A. So integrating from point 1 to 2, d theta by theta, again integrating from area 0 to A, u dA. 1 and 2 shows the inlet and outlet temperature conditions. So 1 upon something, it will log up something, and putting upper limit minus lower limit, it will give us log ln theta 2 minus ln theta 1, which convert into ln theta 2 by theta 1. Here 1 upon ch plus 1 upon cc will remain constant. Here it will be a 1, and upper limit minus lower limit means a minus 0. Eventually it will convert into a. So minus ua 1 upon ch plus 1 upon cc. Now give this equation number 2. Now heat transfer rate between two fluids. We know that whenever there is a heat transfer, there is a change in internal energy, which can be find out by mCp dt. So m into c, mass flow rate into specific heat. The combined product is a heat capacity. So for a hot fluid, it's a heat capacity Ch into temperature difference, which is Th1 minus Th2. For cold fluid, it is a Cc. Temperature difference is Tc2 minus Tc1, because the outlet temperature of cold fluid is higher than the inlet temperature. So here Tc2 minus Tc1. In hot fluid, the Th1 will be higher as compared to Th2. So this equation is nothing but the change in internal energy, mHCpH, the combined product written as a Ch, delta T temperature difference, mCCpC combined product Cc, Tc2 minus Tc1 temperature difference. So from this equation we can write 1 upon Ch is equal to Th1 minus Th2 divided by Q. and 1 upon Cc is equal to Th Tc2 minus Tc1 divided by Q. Putting this value of 1 upon Ch and 1 upon Cc in this equation, we will get ln theta 2 by theta 1 is equal to minus ua as it is. Putting 1 upon Ch, instead of this 1 upon Ch, putting this Th1 minus Th2 by Q, and instead of 1 upon Cc, putting this Tc2 minus Tc1 upon Q. So by putting this value, we will get this. Now Q will be common from both of this term, so Q is out of the bracket. In bracket, Th1 minus Th2 plus Tc2 minus Tc1. Now if we multiply this minus in this bracket, we will get minus Th1 plus Th2 minus Tc2 plus Tc1. Now we have to adjust this all 4 inlet and outlet temperature in such a way that it will give a theta 2 minus theta 1. So for theta 2, which is a temperature difference at the outlet, is a Th2 minus Tc2, and theta 1, which is a temperature difference at the inlet, so it will Th1 minus Tc1. So after replacing this Th2 minus Tc2 as a theta 2, Th1 minus Tc1, temperature difference at the inlet theta 1, we will get this equation. Putting Q here and this ln theta 2 by theta 1 here, we will get this equation. Now we can write this equation as in this term, where theta m is known as the logarithmic mean temperature difference for the parallel flow heat exchanger. So the equation of theta m LMTD for parallel flow heat exchanger is theta 2 minus theta 1 upon ln theta 2 by theta 1, or we can write as a theta 1 minus theta 2 ln theta 1 by theta 2. So this is LMTD for parallel flow heat exchanger. We will discuss, or we will derive, LMTD equation for the counter flow heat exchanger in our next session. Thank you.